Alright guys, let's all take a moment and say that Michael Douglas is the man. Alright, so we have a new teaser trailer to Marvel's upcoming Ant-Man coming in July 17th, 2015. Now before I get into talking about the trailer, I want to talk about the movie in itself because it's quite an interesting backstory. Now when it comes to pre-production superhero films, Ant-Man was just all over the place. First, Edgar Wright, the director of Shaun of the Dead, was originally gonna direct this project, but due to conflicting reasons and viewpoints he had with Marvel, he was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm out. So Marvel lost him and a couple writers, which is, you know, a pretty big deal for a movie. So Marvel eventually got new writers. They got Peyton Reed as director, and they rewrote the script or some shit, and wrote out Patrick Wilson's character, so now he's not in the movie. I bet he was pretty pissed when he found that out. I wouldn't blame him. Cause his one shot at being in a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, that's gone. And Ant-Man as a character, Marvel knows, and they admitted that he is a hard hero to sell. And I heard he's like the laughingstock of the Marvel Universe, which doesn't help one bit. He's like the Aquaman of Marvel. But for me, I actually like Aquaman, so the idea of Ant-Man didn't bug me one bit. See what I did there? Yeah. Praise puns. So the trailer came out, and how is it? It's actually a pretty neat trailer, to be honest. How it opens is Paul Rudd is getting arrested, and you see these events that he's going through, and you hear Hank Pym, played by Michael Douglas, giving this awesome monologue as you're seeing what's going on screen. He basically tells him, don't let others tell you you don't have anything to offer. And the second chance I'm giving you, yeah, you better pay close attention. And he goes on saying how Scott Lang, which is Paul Rudd, has this second chance of earning this look in his daughter's eyes, which is looking at him as a hero. And then he says it, I need you to be the Ant-Man. And Paul Rudd is all, huh. Which was my exact reaction when Gordon Gekko's monologue ended. Holy shit. It did such a great job of establishing the character of Scott Lang, where he seems to be aiming towards redemption. And him becoming the Ant-Man seems like it's his one and only chance. Even though it grabbed my attention of Scott Lang, Hank Pym totally steals the show. Because he seems like he's this wise mentor who's gonna teach someone who was lost, and I honestly love that shit. Is it a little cliche? Yeah, sure, but sometimes the cliches do work. And in this case, I really hope it does. And during the monologue, you see all this stuff like Scott Lang's family, Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne, and this guy in a suit which seems like he's the villain. I'm assuming that guy is gonna be Yellow Jacket, which I'm gonna be touching on later on in this video. It doesn't really show much of the side characters, because once again, Marvel's trying to sell a character, which is fine by me. I mean, whatever. And then you see the Ant-Man suit, and it being put into action, I have to admit, it's pretty sweet. He like shrinks down to size and calls bugs at his orders so he can, you know, ride them. Like Optimus Prime riding the Dinobot. Yeah, that's stupid shit. And I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, that's lame. He's gonna have Bugs as his sidekick. Hear me out on this one. From what I heard is that not only can he do all that other shit, but when he shrinks, he increases in strength. Some even compared his strength to the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, the motherfucking Incredible Hulk. And he can grow super large if he wants to, so you can't beat that. Must have been one hell of a suit Hank Pym created, because just like Tony Stark, he is a mechanical genius. And at the end, Scott Lang is all one question. Is it too late to change the name? It made me go like, oh, Marvel, I see what you're trying to do there. Cause yeah, we all know that Ant-Man's a pretty ridiculous name for a superhero, and Scott Lang, he seems like he's gonna be the audience's point of view. In terms of character, it seems like it's heading into a great direction, and I like it. Not too much story though, but I heard that this was gonna be a heist movie. My prediction is someone steals the Ant-Man technology, and Mr. Guy in a suit over here, he built his own suit for, you know, evil shit, which is Yellow Jacket, and Ant-Man has to like steal back the technology or blueprints, and he has to try and defeat Yellow Jacket. This is all predictions, so it doesn't really matter. It's just fun to talk about. Which is weird because it's sort of going down the direction that the first Iron Man went. A man aiming for redemption and stopping someone from copying his suit. Yep, that sounds like Iron Man. I hope it doesn't copy the first Iron Man. We'll just have to wait and see. But good job, Paul Rudd, for getting all ripped and shit for this role. He's got like a six-pack on a six-pack. I'm telling you guys, he must be on steroids. Okay, yeah. That was kind of dumb. Have you seen the Ant-Man trailer? What did you guys think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, leave a comment below. And of course, you can find a link to my Twitter and my Facebook in the description below. But in the meantime, I have to get going. I wish I could shrink like Ant-Man, but instead, I have to snap.